The disciples, firstly, they followed Jesus because they thought he was the great person who can free Israelite people from the Romans' control. They expected to have a good life as they share his leadership when Jesus became a king. That's why in the gospel today, Jesus questioned his disciple, "Who do you say that I am?" in order to help them to have the right understanding about him. And Peter came up with the answer, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Although Peter did not fully understood what he said, but Jesus applauded him and explained for his disciple what does it mean to be Christ. The Christ is the person who submit completely himself to God's will, that to make God's will be done on earth as it is in the heaven. And that Christ will suffer and die and will be raised from the dead. And today Jesus also, based on the faith of Peter, he founded the church, implying that the church, the people who follow him, who believe in Christ and follow Christ, will follow his footsteps to submit themselves to God's will. If we look into our daily life, we are not so much different from the disciple. We all want a good life. That's why we always try to work hard, to do our best. We have too many things going on in our life. We are so busy with job, housing, family, children, education, blah, 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 many things. And we have no time for God. Have we ever stopped ourselves to question, who is Jesus for me? And how do I serve him? For me, my answer is the same Peter's answers, that Jesus is the Christ and the Lord, the Son of the living God. Because of that, I always consider Jesus is the first position whenever I make any decision. If my decision go against him, and I serve him in serving his people, as he said to his disciple, "Whatever you have done to the least of these people, you have done unto me." And my dear brothers and sisters, I serve God, I serve him in serving you, especially to the people of CCOP, Catholic Community of Pleasanton, whom the bishop entrusts to me. I serve you in both children and adults. I recognize his face, God's face, in the children who I baptized, and in the people, the sick people who I anointed. I recognize God's love in the world as I married the couple, and I see God's face in the sorrowful family who lost their beloved one. I serve you with all my heart, with my whole person. I want to share your joys and your sorrow. How about you? Who is Jesus for you? And how do you serve him? Thank you very much for your support and prayers during 3 years serving as CCOP. Thank you very much and goodbye.